If you've been following the betta hobby for some time, you might have heard that bettas only breed during low pressure. In a nutshell, low pressure creates a negative air pressure, which occurs right before it rains. If you live in lower elevation, like the valley or city, think of the last time you took a trip up to the mountains. Remember that popping, clicking noise in your ear? You had to yawn just to clear your ears? Well, the higher the elevation you go, the lower the air pressure it becomes. Likewise, it works the same way for water. The deeper you dive, the more pressure you have. We call that low pressure. Now to me, that's just superstitious. After 28 years of breeding, I've been able to breed bettas year-round. You don't need to wait for rain to come before you can breed your bettas. I can see why this is important to bettas if they're living in the wild. Obviously, they want to wait for more water to fill into the water system, providing more water and territories for them to breed. Rain also washes in debris. Most times it's going to be insects and food. We do know that bettas need to bulk up before they breed. After all, the male is going to be taking care of the nest and the fries for days on end, and he'll be starving. Now that we've got the superstitious out of the way, let's focus on spawning water conditions. Bettas primarily live in waters that have a pH water of 7 or lower. I apologize to those of you that are new to the hobby and or don't have anything to test your water with. You're going to have to end up buying a testing kit or a testing strip to measure your pH in the water. Now, a rule of thumb is if you're using city water, chances are your water pH is going to be around 7.5, maybe a little higher, maybe a little bit lower. Now, there's a few ways you can lower the pH in your water, and that's by providing your tank with driftwoods, plants. I primarily use Indian almond leaf. Now, these leaves are found in Asia only, so you're going to have to buy these online. They come brown like this and dried up. I also use banana leaves, and I get my banana leaves in a packet from the Asian market for less than $10 and would last me a whole year. I like to wash my leaves first. I use a quarter gallon of dechlorinated water for every leaf. We're basically making tea here, so I tear up the leaves to make it easier to boil. Then I'll heat to boil and turn off the heat and give it about 15 minutes for the water to cool down. It's during this cool down period that's crucial, because the tannins, chemicals, and nutrients are being released out of the leaf. Then once cooled down to the touch, I'll pour it directly into the tank and continue to add more dechlorinated water to fill the tank up. I like my water level right around 4.5 to 5 inches during spawning. For one, it makes it easier for the father to take care of the eggs and fries. And two, once the fries hatch, they don't have to swim so far to get back to the nest. Because my banana leaves comes frozen and fresh, I like to dry my banana leaves outside for a week. And this is how they should look after they're dried. A lot of Asian breeders claim the banana leaves releases some chemicals to medically help bettas. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but the reason why I use it is primarily because it releases a chemical into the water to help the male build the nest. I know this sounds nasty, but imagine trying to blow bubble out of your mouth using just pure water. Now try to blow bubble with your saliva. You have a better chance trying to blow bubble with your saliva because it's a little sticky and has some form of chemicals to it to bond the bubble. And secondly, banana leaves also help promote and grow infusoria in your water to feed your fries. And that's what banana leaves has done for my bubble nests. Now you don't have to do this, but I like to throw in a small piece of bubble wrap and hope that the male betta will build his nest under it. It protects the bubble nest from drying out. And then I add half a teaspoon of aquarium salt to help battle antibacterial infections. Add plants if you want. I do it just to help with the ammonia. The whole idea here is to provide a natural environment with all the tools for your bettas to breed. Now let me make this clear. This isn't a cookie cutter video that will guarantee that your bettas will breed. We're trying to provide the best tools and all the right conditions for your bettas to breed. Bettas are smart. If the female feels that the water condition isn't right, or the male isn't producing the right nest, or she doesn't like the male, she'll refuse to lay her eggs and spawn with the male. One last tip before you go. If you don't have a cover in your tank, find something to cover it. Use saran wrap if you have to. You want to keep that water above that tank humid. That's all I have for today. I'll see you in the next video.